Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? This evening? How are you guys doing this evening? It is 3:11 on Saturday evening on Valentine's Day Eve, going into Valentine's Day, and I'm sitting right outside of the Get Go Cafe Market. I just ate a small bag. I realized I hadn't even eaten anything today. I hadn't eaten any breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The only thing I ate was this chocolate thing while I was filming this video for my Peter Does Stuff channel, which I'm so stupid. I was doing so many things today, and so I sat out here anyway. So I sat out here and I got inside. I got a bunch of candy for Alex tomorrow for Valentine's Day, but I was sitting out here and I got a bag of sour cream and onion chips and then 2 like sticks of cheese, you know, of pepper jack cheese. There's this brand of I don't know what it is because I already threw this stuff away because I don't like my car to be like junked up and stuff. So I was sitting out here and I was like watching my Peter Does Stuff video back just real quick, and I literally like right at the beginning of it I didn't edit off the beginning of it, so I'm like this. For like 10 seconds, like before I started, I always like cut off the beginning and the end of videos, you know? So I'm like, so like if you watch, like if you were watching like one of my drama videos, like on my vlog, I just reach over and start it. But on the end of it, like on my drama videos, I'll be like, okay, so at the end of it, I'll say, I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow, bye. And then I sit there like that, and then I reach over and turn it off. So, and then when I start, I'm like sitting there and I'm like this, and so then I go, hey you guys, it's Peter. Well, I was doing that with my Peter Does Stuff video tonight where I made a Valentine's Day box, a Valentine, and I didn't edit off the beginning of it, so it's real uncomfortable. It's like me sitting here like, so I have to go home when I get done with this, okay? And I have to, so God. I'm like always like waiting till the very end to do stuff. And so we have a whole day planned tomorrow. It'll make sense when I vlog for Valentine's Day, but we have a whole day planned tomorrow. And so I was trying to get everything done tonight because I just want to spend the whole day with my husband tomorrow, you know? And so I was trying to film these videos and doing these cameos and stuff like that because I wanted to make sure that I had it all done. I was really excited to have like videos pre-filmed and have the cameos done. I wanted to get all these cameos done for everybody for Valentine's Day. And honestly, I just kept on getting more and more requests. And I was like, I can't, like, I literally, like, I logistically cannot, like, complete all of these in time for Valentine's. So a couple people, I think I have 6 that I didn't get to. And I actually even brought my fan and my phone with me in case I got done with my vlog early. But I still have to render my vlog and put it up so that it's ready to go tomorrow before we go to brunch. And then I also have to now re-edit the Peter Does Stuff video, and it's 3:14 in the morning. So anyway, I was like, I haven't eaten anything. I need to sit here for a second and eat. So I was eating my chips and cheese, and I was drinking, I got a bottle of water and I got a can of Diet Coke. And I was sitting here and I was catching up on Michael from Popology, because I still watch it. I love his vlog. And it's so funny because at the very end, he was talking about coffee, that he had bought these K-Cups. And he and his wife, Emily, her favorite are the Toasted Graham from Starbucks. And those are my favorite K-Cups too. Like, I ordered a bunch of them during COVID when we were at home quarantined. I bought a bunch of those, or when we were in lockdown during COVID, like a year ago. I bought like I bought like 6 or 8 of them, and I still have boxes of them in the garage, but they're my favorites, so Starbucks Toasted Graham, so I thought that was so funny. But anyway, I was watching it, and they went to Kilroy's, which is kind of like, well, Kilroy's in Indianapolis, actually, it was a restaurant that started in Bloomington, Indiana, which is where IU is. It's a college sports bar is what it is. And So it was so funny because he was like, it's like chicken fingers and it's like this. And what's so funny is that Kilroy's is like known for their stuffed breadsticks. Like everybody goes, I hate Kilroy's. I don't hate it, but I just like their food is, I love bar food. Like back in the day, I couldn't get enough of like chicken fingers at a bar. Like I loved bar food, like loaded fries, all that stuff. I just don't eat a lot of it anymore because it's hard to eat that kind of stuff as a vegetarian. But the loaded breadsticks I can do at Kilroy's, but I don't even like them. But everybody talks about them. They're all like, I mean, so no, I don't hate Kilroy's, but it's not like if anybody said to me like, oh, we should go somewhere to eat. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Kilroy's? I'd be like, no, I don't want to go to Kilroy's. Actually, I was driving around today listening to my audiobook, and there's this restaurant over here that's called Bay Latin, like B-A-E, and it's really cute. And it looks like, it's very modern inside. It's right over here. I'll drive you over in a second and show you. And it looks really cool. And I was telling Alex, because we're always looking for new Latin restaurants. And closer to us, there's a Venezuelan restaurant that has arepas and stuff. And so I was like, Alex, we should try this restaurant. But when you look in there, the whole menu is like cheeseburgers and stuff, which I didn't understand. But anyway, I'm going to open my Diet Coke. So, but I was like, they were talking about how they went to Kilroy's and they met some friends there and then they went inside and ate together. And I thought, because I had reached out to, I mean, I have not reached out to him. It's been like over a month. I need to call him. And I reached out to him and said, you know, like, you know, down the road when, you know, things are better, we can like maybe do like a, you know, some kind of collab video or together or whatever. But like, I hadn't even thought about like all of us, like the four of us, he and his wife and Alex and I going out to dinner. We go out to dinner here, and I was like, you know what? We should meet up with them and go out to dinner. So I'm gonna text him or call him tomorrow, and be like, let's go out to dinner sometime this week, or he and I could at least just meet up and get coffee somewhere, you know. So I was watching that. It's so funny, like he's just such a natural vlogger anyway. But I have to tell you, one of the things I love about his vlog, no offense, Michael, but it has nothing to do with you. I love to watch somebody vlogging in the same city that I live. And especially because he tries all these different places. Like, I don't live downtown. We're like a half an hour from downtown. Well, maybe 20 minutes. So, well, he goes to places like in, close to Fountain Square, and like Woodruff Place and places like that to get coffee. That really is probably like 30 minutes for me. But that's whatever. I mean, I would, you know, we live like kind of in central Indianapolis. It's considered the north side where we're at, but like this is really the north side. I'm at like 136 and like Allisonville where I'm at right now. And this is actually Noblesville Westfield is where I'm at right now, but this is like the suburbs. But he goes to all these really cool places that I've never heard of before, these different coffee places and different like, he went to a bakery called Amelia's. Like, I've never heard of some of these places. And so he's always kind of like opening me up to knowing new ideas and new places in Indianapolis, which is really, really cool. So thank you for that, Michael. But anyway, yeah, today I've been sitting here now for like probably 40 minutes. And I filled my gas tank. It cost me $53 to fill my gas tank. I couldn't believe it. I was almost empty though. And it's freezing outside. It's 9 degrees and it's spitting snow. It's very, very cold. It's toasty warm in here though because I have the heat going and I'm gonna lock the door so serial killers don't get me. But I got up and I did not stop like from 1:30 or 2 on. I was doing a bunch of stuff around the house. Alex actually went to hot yoga with his mom today, and then they went to brunch afterwards. They went to Cafe Pas de Choux. And so then he came home and he knew, like, I was like, I have got so much stuff that I want to get done today. And he was like, that's fine, babe. I'm just going to sit upstairs and watch TV. So he sat upstairs and watched TV and took a shower, and he did like hair treatments and skin facial treatments, and he was having kind of like a spa day in the bedroom with the dogs. And so I filmed 2 drama videos, 2 drama videos, 2 Peterisms videos, a booktube video, a review video, I filmed 8 videos today, plus my vlog, and now my vlog. So, and then on top of that, you guys, I did 30, I did like 35 or 37 cameos. I don't even know how I got them done. I wasn't like stressed about it at all. Before Christmas, I had that many too. I did like 30 or something in one night. And I was like, I'm never gonna get these done, I'm never gonna get these done. And I didn't feel that way at all. Alex kept on saying, he's like, because I didn't even start them. I did a couple here and a couple there. And then Alex was like, he ended up going over to Sarah's and they watched that, what's that movie called? Oh, he always talks, he's wanted to see it because I thought it was a horrible, scary movie, but I watched it on a plane going somewhere a long time ago. La Llorona or whatever. Well, that was actually like the scary thing when he was growing up. Like it was like an urban legend, like when he was growing up. Like when the movie came out, he was like, oh, that was like a big deal when I was a little kid. He was like, parents would like use that as like a scare tactic to like, you better be a good kid kind of thing. He's like, I really believed in her when I was growing up. So, because I tried to pronounce it, and I kept on mispronouncing it. I don't know how you pronounce La Llorona or whatever. But anyway, so he went over to Sarah's, and they watched it. He was over there for like 3 hours. I told him, I said, babe, you do what you want to do, because I'm going to sit here and work on this stuff until I get it done. And I felt bad, because I just didn't get these, all of these Valentine's Day, cameo requests, but I just kept on getting them, and I was like, surely people would understand that if they requested it in like the last 12 hours, it's probably not going to happen, you know? But anyway, I like to make them so personal that I always make them between like 3 to like 6 or 7. I mean, some of them are like, well, the pep talks that people ask me for, depending on what they are, sometimes they go like 7 minutes long. I'd say the average is between like 4 and 5 minutes. And so I like to make them really, really personal and use tambourine and the phone and the fans and say really personal stuff to people and make it like a really personal experience, because it just means so much to me that people order them. So I did you guys like 35 of those. I thought I was losing my voice, honestly. I was like, oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Then I had gone by the post office and I had gotten a bunch of stuff too. I got a bunch of stuff, and I wanted to show it in my vlog tonight. I wanted to I have it all on the counter, and I wanted to go through. I had like a couple packages behind me. Somebody sent me a Stevie Nicks t-shirt. Somebody sent me a Beast fan, and oh God, what did they wrapped it really nice too. Oh shoot, I can see the card. I could probably remember the name if I tried hard enough. They sent me a Beast fan, and then, and Celine Lunar Beauty lip glosses. People are so nice. They've sent me so many of those. And then I got this box, you guys. I'm gonna show all of it, okay? I got this box and I opened, okay, on the outside, and it was like printed too, and I was like, this is weird, what is this? And it said misfortune on it. Okay, and I was like the return address was misfortune, and I was like, and it said something like Louisiana, and I was like, what is this? Okay, because you know I read the Misfortune books by Jana DeLeon, that takes place in sinful Louisiana. So it was like those Zappa's chips, and it was like Mardi Gras beads, like big ones, and it was some kind of seasoning. There's like all kinds of stuff. I didn't go through the whole box because I wanted to save it for the video. There's like all kinds of stuff in there. It's really, really cool. There's like tortillas in there. And there was this handwritten letter. And it went on and on and on about how this person doesn't have a TV, they don't have social media, they never have, so this is the only way to reach out to me. And if I ever want to come to sinful Louisiana, they would show me around, and they acted as if kind of, like not the whole letter, but kind of, that it was misfortune, like fortune reading from the Misfortune books. And then at the end, they said that they thought it would be more exciting if they kept it anonymous and didn't let me know who they were, and keep it a mystery, like a misfortune cozy, like they could be my own cozy mystery. It was such a cool gift, and I just was like, this is honestly, you know, I say this in my cameos, and I say it like in almost every cameo, and I really, really mean it. I feel so, so blessed that I get to get up on a daily basis and do something that I absolutely love. Like, I love everything to do with this, you know? Well, not everything, but I mean, I would say 95% I love it, you know? And I just feel absolutely so blessed and honored that you guys allow me to be part of your life and that I get to get up on a daily basis. I mean, I want that for everybody, you know? That at some point you get to feel that where you get up in the morning and you're just like, okay, what today? Like, I feel like that every day, you know? And then on top of that, like, people are so generous. They buy my merch and cameos and they send me stuff. It's just, you guys, it's unbelievable. You guys are so kind to me. And, you know, I think in a weird kind of way that my vlog started, because it's so at a focus point too with my vlog, at a point where I kind of was disillusioned a little bit with the world. My vlog started kind of really amping up, and you guys really taught me that there really is a kindness of strangers out there. There is a kindness of people out there that once we get to know each other and share with each other, that there are just, you know, if you look for kindness, you will find kindness in the world, and I have found it over here, and I want to say thank you. I should read a couple comments, shouldn't I? The heat is literally blasting on my face. It feels so good. So anyway, I had a full day. Like, I literally did not stop for like 12 hours today. But it was fun. And my phone is absolutely dead, so I'm charging my phone. I had to listen to Michael's vlog while I'm charging my phone, and whenever I listen to it with the charger in, not the, because I have an auxiliary cord too. So if I'm sitting and I'm listening to like a video with like the auxiliary cord, like the mouth matches that, but if I listen to it with this cord, I don't know why, like it doesn't match. This is the USB cord. Anyway. Okay, let's get into the vlog comments. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Kendall Bishop put blue hearts. Lana put red hearts. Hey. Christina said Virgin River is awesome. It's a romantic drama and super cozy show. It has Sawyer from the TV show. Oh my god, I love Sawyer from Lost in it. And he's the bar owner, has some great plot twists and deals with PTSD as well. I loved it so much that I binge watched all that was available in like 5 days. Well, I want to read the books first, or at least the first book. Melissa said hello, hello, hello. Christine said, the 5 love languages is 1 credit on Audible. Peter should be their spokesperson as I signed up because he recommended it. That's a great app. XO, happy Valentine's Day. Be good to yourself. Aww. The five love languages I actually didn't listen to. I read it. But that would be a good one to listen to because he tells this really incredible story. Cece said, where are you driving to? I love when people ask that because it's like so obviously somebody new on here. Nowhere. And Linda, who knows me so well, she said, absolutely nowhere. He drives to listen to his books and vlog. I love that. Gina said, happy Valentine's Day, Peter, and everyone here. Love you. Gina, oh, this is a different Gina. Oh my god, right below her. Blue hearts. Taylor said, just finished a Cecil Hotel documentary, and my question among many is, why did 2 men deliver the book to her? I thought that was interesting as well. And I agree with you, Peter. If she's looking for a book that's not too heavy for her travels, but ends up buying a book too heavy for her travels, why not just order the book online when she gets home? Very, very sad. I agree. Stacy said, I really like Hell in the Heartland. That's the true crime book club for this month by Jax Miller. But I'm going to have to watch documentaries. There were so many, it's on Amazon Prime right now, same name. Bunny told me that. There were so many names introduced that I lost track other than the key players. I need to be prepared for the live stream. P.S. I'm not the Stacy who did her master's related to true crime. My master's is in literacy ed, not as cool. Stacy, but I know your picture is different. Or did I read your comment the other day and think you were the other Stacy? Well, it doesn't matter. You're good, Stacey. You're good enough, Stacey. She's good enough, Stacey, too. But the other Stacey, she knew everything about the West Memphis 3 because she had done her master's dissertation on it, her master's thesis, what I just thought was so interesting. We had such a great book club last time because we had so many new people guest in there, and it was really, really fun. So thank you to everybody that came in last time. Victoria said, I really adore these talks. Aww. Tiffany gave blue hearts. There's Karen. Hey, Karen, blue hearts. Tabitha said, I love Bailey Sarian and her videos. I feel like she's very good at being entertaining, yet very respectful of the victims. Y'all two are my absolute favorites on YouTube and in general. Aww, I love her too. I actually, last night, because I've been listening to this Jax Miller book, Hell in the Heartland, and it's really good, you guys. I'll talk about it in a second. It's very, I talked about it in my booktube video today, but I could talk about it forever, but about something else to do with it. But afterwards, it reminds me so much of the Delphi case here in Indianapolis, or Indiana, that I, like, went back and I watched Stephanie Harlow and Kendall Ray's videos about the Delphi case. There's so many videos in the Delphi case, so it's just so sad that it's still not solved. Tara said, oh my God, I got my cameo just now and had to come say thank you. It made my entire year. It was exactly what I needed and it passed all expectations. P.S. She said, oh, well, she said it on here, so I can say it. She said, yes, our sober birthdays are very close to each other. Mine is December 25th. Oh, what a cool... She said, I checked into rehab on Christmas Eve in 2018. Thanks for bringing sunshine to so many people's lives. Tara, thank you so much. And I know I already said this earlier, but happy birthday and congratulations. Diana put blue hearts. Queen Stefford said, hello, hello. Happy Valentine's Day to you and Alex. True Crime Nut said the other brand is Brita. Thank you. Other than Pure Water. God, how could I not remember that? Maricela said, I hope you and Alex have the best Valentine's Day ever. Tucker and Boo two treats. Tabitha said, I love that after all the years you and Alex have been together, you still seem to have that spark that so many married couples I know don't have. I find that so endearing and gives me hope for when I get married one day. All I see or hear lately is the negative side of marriage. You show the good and bad and it makes it seem worth it to me. Well, it hasn't always been like that, and it hasn't always been easy, and it's been a lot of work. And I think that marriage is a lot of work. I think anything that's worth it is a lot of work, you know? I think greatly, you know, I saw this quote the other day by Sean David Hutchinson, who's one of my favorite writers. He wrote this on Twitter, and it was something like, what's a misconception about writers that people forget that aren't writers? And he said that writers actually have to write books. Like, the book doesn't just appear, it has to be written, you know? Or he said that, like, the book actually has to be written. You know, I think well-done books are labored over and written well. And I think good marriages have to be worked very hard, like a great recipe, or you know, a healthy garden, or you know, a fantastic book or song. I think it doesn't just happen naturally. Do I think there are those marriages out there that don't need a lot of work, and it's kismet from the beginning, and they're together 80 years without a fight, and it flows? Yes, I do believe that there are those marriages out there. But I don't think that those are most marriages. I just really don't, you know? And I think, like, we live in this world where we kind of do ourselves this disservice, right? Here, I'm going to start vlogging or driving while I'm talking about this. I think we do ourselves a disservice by watching romantic comedies, and I love them, don't get me wrong, right? Turn my lights on. And I am somebody that always believes in the fairy tale, right? And I think that's fine to believe in the fairy tale, but I think at the same time you have to be realistic. I was like, when I was watching Michael from Popology, like, he was talking in his video about how he's gonna make these pasta shells for his wife, Aunt Emily, and he's picking up the special dessert for her and doing other Valentine's Day stuff. And there's like so much thought that he's putting into it. And he's planning out this whole meal and everything, you know? I hope that Emily realizes what a magical husband she has, and I'm sure she's fantastic for him too, because that's not most husbands and wives and marriages. I think you get to a certain point and you stop thinking about the other person on that level. I think you really do. And you think that this magical marriage should just happen naturally, you know, and that you're gonna walk off into the sunshine together. And then when you don't, you wonder why you don't. And you wonder why, well, why do I have to work so hard on this? Or why is our marriage just not as easy as other people's? There's nothing easy about it, you know? It's about paying attention to the other person. It's about noticing the other person. It's about continuing to remind yourself, well, what does turn me on about this person? Or what does make, you know, this happen? And I think it's not just about having the spark be alive, it's about having to continue to reignite that spark over and over and over again, and being willing to do the work that will keep that spark alive, you know? It doesn't happen naturally. It's a lot of work. And I'm just thankful that my husband wants to do the work, and I'm thankful that I'm willing to do the work, because there was a point where I was willing just to say, forget it, it's not worth it, you know? And I think we also live in a society, and I'm not saying that every marriage and every relationship you should stay in that's salvageable, because I don't believe that. I just don't. I'm glad that our marriage wasn't too far gone by the time we got to marriage counseling, and that it was salvageable, but I think that sometimes it's too far gone. And I think some marriages are not healthy to stay in, of which you should always have professionals helping you with that, you know, I think as well. But I can tell you that definitely that last couple months before we got into marriage counseling, I think we started in April, because we went to Florida right before, and I didn't even really, I couldn't even really talk about it, you know, I knew, I could just, we were just so, on different pages, and, you know, we had a great trip, that was the thing. I remember we had a really good trip, and we really always, Alex and I connect very well over traveling, and so that trip did help our relationship, but it helped it put a Band-Aid on it, but it didn't fix the problems that were there. And so we started, I think, counseling right after that or right before that, I can't remember. And I had kind of I think given up months before that. I think had Alex not laid it on the line and been if you don't want to go to counseling, then we're gonna go our separate ways, kind of thing. I think had he not said that, I don't think we would be together right now. I think there was a part of my brain that had just kind of given up. Just so sad, you know, that I was just something I wanted so bad, somebody I loved so much, that I was willing to just walk away. I wasn't willing to fight for it, you know. And I think sometimes all your partner wants is for you to fight for them. And by going to counseling, that's fighting, you know. By reading the 5 love languages, that's fighting. By doing gratitude lists, but whatever, attempting to have, you know, intimacy, hold your hand, all of that, that's fighting for you. That's fighting for that marriage. And I think with that relationship, I think sometimes that's all your partner wants, is for you to show that you care enough that you could still fight for the relationship, you know. And I think when you've had one person that's kind of given up, I think you're in a really bad, dangerous, dark place as far as, you know, relationships. But when both people have given up, I mean, is it out of focus? No, but it's gonna stop here in about 30 seconds. But when both of you have given up, I mean, it's almost kind of unsalvageable at that point, I think. You know, it was interesting to me because in my last relationship, I kept on waiting and thinking, like, we loved Christmas so much. What am I doing? I'm turning on my, hold on a second, turning on, my windshield's starting to fog, I don't know why. It stopped. In my last relationship, you know, like, Christmas was such a big deal to us, like, his work Christmas party, and was always such a big thing for us, and, which was actually the night before we broke up, was his work business party, and not a good memory for me, because it just was like, I knew, like, in my heart, I was like, this is the last time that we're gonna be together. It was just sad. It just was sad, you know? And, but I kept on thinking to myself, if we can just make it, we had a bad Thanksgiving, and I can remember thinking to myself, if we can just make it to Christmas, if we can just make it to Christmas and through Christmas, maybe Christmas will, I don't know what I thought, you know, like, maybe Christmas will change everything. You know, we're always so connected over Christmas. We always do Christmassy stuff. We always, you know, go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And I guess I thought, like, if we could make it through Christmas, and that, you know, it would be like the Christmas magic would save the relationship or something. And we didn't even make it there because we broke up like the end of the first week of December. But, you know, later when he and I talked, because we're very civil. I mean, I don't talk to him often at all. I think the last time, I actually don't remember the last time I talked to him. I had to talk to him when Scotty died. Because Scotty was actually his friend first. They had grown up together. And so I had to call and talk to him about Scotty, because he doesn't talk to anybody else that he was friends with from down there anymore. And I think there's a way to be respectful about that too. I mean, I asked Alex, like, do you care if I call him? He's like, no, not at all, you know? Just like, you know, at the end with PP, like, he was like, do you care if I call, you know, his ex, who was the one that gave Alex PP? I said, absolutely not. Please do, you know, and he was great. He was so gracious. I mean, so gracious and so fantastic, and I feel blessed that Alex and I both have that with our exes, you know, that very civil. I'm not somebody that wants to be best friends with my exes. I don't feel the need to do that. I mean, maybe enough time has gone by now that he and I could be friends, but he was my best friend for years, you know, and I think that's sometimes dangerous in relationships when couples become like best friends and lovers and they're everything, you know, like, I know this is going to sound crazy, but like, you know, Alex has Sarah and I have Tanya, and in all honesty, there's like a box in the middle of the road. In all honesty, I think that has really, really saved our marriage in a lot of ways, because, you know, if like, I mean, I think we all have the need to want to complain a little bit about our partners, right? So, you know, like, Alex goes over, I'm sure, to Sarah, and it's like, oh, Peter's driving me a little crazy. Or I might say that about, you know, Alex to Tanya, or she might vent a little bit about her husband to me, you know, leaving the kitchen table messy or not doing dishes or something. I think that's so normal to have that, you know? But it's like, I love my husband, and he is my partner in life, and he is my, you know, everything, and not my everything. I mean, I could completely exist without him. I just said the other night, I don't like when people say that, but, you know, I mean, he is, I think, my partner in crime. He's my partner in life. He's who I share my life with. I love him beyond all else. But he's not my best friend. That's Tanya. And I'm not his. That's Sarah. And I know that that sounds strange, but I think it's important for our relationship, and it works. Because then, it's like, I remember when my stepmom said to me, when I was like in junior high, she said, I'm not your mom, and I'm not your friend, but I get to have a very special relationship with you that you don't get to have with anybody else. What is going on with my windshield? It's like doing crazy stuff. And she said it, and that's, as a step parent, I get to have a completely different relationship with you. And, you know, I think about that because she and I have always had this very different relationship where she wasn't necessarily 100% a parent, but she did teach me a lot of things in my life, but she wasn't a friend either, you know what I mean? And I think my being best friends with my last 2 exes is kind of what took the romance out of the relationship, in all honesty. You know? I really do. Now, is Alex one of my greatest friends? He's literally, next to Tanya, my greatest friend I've ever had. Yeah, of course. But, you know, I think, like, Tanya and I talk about this a lot. I mean, there aren't things that Tanya knows about me that Alex doesn't know. Maybe a few, I don't know, just by circumstance, but there's nothing that Tanya knows that I wouldn't tell Alex, but it's how we talk about him is different, I think, you know? And I think that's kind of saved some of the mystique and all of that from in the relationship, where you can still look at that person and be, like, very attracted to them and whatever. I think to some degree, you know, like with my exes, we got to this very, very just comfortable place. This is what I was going to say about my ex. Is like, you know, like months later when he and I talked after we broke up, and I was the one that broke up with him, and I don't think it matters, but, you know, it was not a pretty scene. He basically looked at me and he said, "You need to make a decision." And I said, "Yeah, I think we're over." I just remember it was like, it happened like that. I had come home from, like, working all day, and he looked at me and he was just sitting there, and I remember he just, like, asked me, and my bag just, like, fell off my shoulder, and I was like, I just said it real quiet, "I think we're over. I think it's done." And I think had he never asked me that day, I think that we would have been together. I don't know if we'd still be together now, but I think that we would have been together for a long time after that, just living in unison, you know? But later, like months later when we talked, he said that he was very unhappy too, and he knew that the relationship was over or not working, but he felt scared to make the first move. We were very dependent on each other. I mean, we were in a really codependent relationship that wasn't healthy, and he's a really good guy. Both of my exes were just really salt of the earth, great guys. I really don't have anything horrible to say about either one of them, and my parents loved both of them, so, you know, I feel blessed about that. And yeah. I was thinking about how, like, my first ex, like, I still see him in my head as being, like, so I was 22 and a half. He was a year behind me. He was 21. And I had just seen some stuff that he posted on social media. It's so funny because he is in a relationship with somebody that's Venezuelan. Is that not so hilarious? But anyway, he really hasn't aged a whole lot. Like, he still looks today at, what, 47, 46? He just had a birthday in January. His birthday is January 31st. He looks the same today that he looked. I mean, he looks a little bit more aged, but, like, he's very fit. He goes to the gym a lot, and, like, he just hasn't aged a whole lot. And it's so funny because I saw these pictures of him. I was like, my God, he still looks the same as he did, like, 25 years ago, you know? And, I mean, to some degree. And, we don't really ever talk. I don't ever talk to him. It's weird. It's been like, Tanya asked me something the other day, and I was like, yeah, that was when I was with so-and-so, and she was like, because I met her when I was with him, and she was like, how long ago was that you guys were together? And, you know, like, I could tell a story, and it feels like it was, like, 10 years ago, but, like, it was I mean, we got together 26 years ago this year, you know, like 25 years ago or whatever. We moved in together. It just seems crazy. It's a long time, you know. I think about that, like Alex and I have been together 12 and a half years now, you know, like that's a really, really long time. I think you get to a point when you look at stuff in your life and, you know, you think, I don't know, it's just like I don't look back on those relationships with any like negativity or animosity, or, you know, like I'm happy that they were in my life. I had great times with them and it just didn't work, you know, but both of those relationships led me to where I'm at today with Alex, and I'm grateful for that. You know, so anyway, so yeah, I'm reading Hell in the Heartland by Jax Miller, and I can't stop listening to it. It's so good. I drove around today just like for an hour and listened to it when I was in between doing some stuff. Well, that was while I was doing my review video, and why can't I even remember what I did my review video of? Oh, I did this Golden Girls Frappuccino and at Starbucks, and then I did this booktube video, and so in between, well, I called and started talking about a friend of mine. Anyway, just threw out the name. Drove around, talked to Mel on the phone today, talked to Valerini, talked to Tanya, and then I was listening to a little bit of my audiobook, and it's so good. She really, like when you're reading it, it takes place in Oklahoma in the winter, and she really takes you along, like Mel said this, like she really takes you along with her during the investigation, and it's absolutely just phenomenal. And I mean, it's a really sad, tragic case, and I think it's not solved yet. I think it's just, I don't know, because I haven't got to the end of it, and I don't want to know, I want to wait. But it's a very tragic case, and it's very sad. Jax Miller does a fantastic job of paying homage to the victims. But she writes about Oklahoma and the plains of Oklahoma in a way, in the farmland, that you feel like you're there when you're reading it and listening to it. If you're listening to it, the Audible version is fantastic, but you feel like you're there listening to it, you know, and it's crazy. But it's a fantastic book. Really well done true crime book. So anyway, I'm not going to talk about books anymore tonight, because I talked a lot about that last night, and I also did a booktube video today. So very excited to just spend the whole day with my husband tomorrow, and we have some kind of fun plans. I'm excited about that, part of which includes dinner with Melissa and Jason. We did Valentine's Day with them last year too. Last year, we went to Ocean Prime, but we went to Ocean Prime for New Year's this year. So Melissa got reservations somewhere else, so we're excited about that. I wanted to go to Macy's today and get like a sweater or something to wear for tomorrow night, but I just, like, time got away from me, so I didn't get to do that. So I think tomorrow night I'm gonna wear the same, like, turtleneck sweater that I wore for New Year's. I haven't worn it since. It's like this huge cable knit turtleneck, and I love it. So I may wear that tomorrow night. It's got this huge roll collar turtleneck that's kind of like obnoxious, but I haven't worn that since. And then I have like a pair of like gray pants, slacks, and a pair of like khaki, or maybe they're like dark, maybe they're like blackish blue, but I'm gonna wear those, I think, tomorrow night and try to like really look nice for dinner for Valentine's Day. And then we have some other surprises, so I'm excited about that. And anything else? I don't think so. And then Monday is back to work. Alex has to I get to be with my husband all day tomorrow until he has to, what time do he has to go to work on Monday? 9 o'clock on Monday. So, yeah, I'm excited. I was kind of proud of myself for getting so much stuff done today. Couldn't believe it. I have this French press that I bought at Meijer that I've been wanting to do this video of. I'm going to do that sometime this week. And then I also have that ice coffee maker from Mr. Coffee that I bought. I don't know if I want to do that on my Peter Does Stuff channel or on my review channel. I'm not sure. I feel like I should do it on my review channel to make coffee on there. So maybe that's what I'll do. But I do like, I make like the coffee things on my Peter Does Stuff channel because I think it's kind of fun to do over there, you know? So I don't know, we'll see. Boo and Tucker were so sweet today. They were so absolutely adorable. I keep on seeing these like this, it looks like an ambulance maybe. It's not a police officer. It's an ambulance or a fire truck just pulled out, and then they pull it out, and then they turn their lights off, and then they turn the lights on. When I was over there, there's a police officer that was going down the street, like behind me, like crossing this way as I was going this way, and it like came and then it turned its lights off. There's like, they're doing that. It's like the second or third one that I've seen tonight that's done that. Don't know why they're doing that. I can't believe that we have had snow on the ground sticking like this for so long. You know, I mean, it's like, over here, it's like 3 inches of snow on the ground. And you know, like, I always am like dreaming of snow. I wish we had had it at Christmas time, but you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. I mean, over here, it's like a lot of snow. It's not like a foot or anything, but maybe more than 3 inches, maybe 5 inches over here. It still looks very wintry, and it's really pretty. And it was spitting snow out tonight. Now it's 5 degrees. It is so cold outside. I honestly can't believe it's that cold. I think what I might do is, I think I might go back home because I'm getting tired, and I think I might, like upload, well, I have to do my Peter Does Stuff video, so I might upload that Peter Does Stuff video and just sit there for a second and wait for it to render so then I can upload it on YouTube. And then I may, because I'll have done my vlog by then, put my vlog in there and render it as well. And then while that stuff is uploading or rendering, go out and listen to a little bit of my audiobook. And then come home and I'm gonna wash these jeans for tomorrow. And I'm gonna try to get up a little bit earlier tomorrow than I usually do. I usually sleep in super late on Sundays, but maybe not tomorrow for my gluten-free waffle and fruit at Cafe Patashu, which I'm excited about. Go up here and turn around, and then I'll go back the other way. I can actually go forward this way through Noblesville, and it's 10 times faster for me to get home, but if I go this way, then I get to listen to my audiobook a little bit, which I'm excited about. The battery is like halfway, it's been like at the halfway mark, so it's probably gonna die here in a second. When it does, I'll probably just stop vlogging tonight. But Valentine's Day, God, it seems so weird to think that like we've got 2 weeks left of February, and then March, April, and May, and then summer. I mean, I cannot believe that we have like 3 months until summer. And you know what's so crazy is, was it last year during Valentine's Day weekend? That it must have been Valentine's Day weekend that we were in Dallas. God, that seems like so long ago. That we went there for our friend's wedding. That was a fun weekend, but it was so cold in Dallas. That's so crazy. That was when I bought my first pair of Golden Goose shoes. I've become quite addicted to the Golden Goose shoes. What was I gonna say? I love those shoes. But do you remember when I went there and I had to have them? Dallas was fun. That hotel that we stayed in Dallas was amazing. And that was in February. We went there for our friend's wedding. We went with another couple, and then another couple was at the wedding that we were friends with. That was really fun. And then we came back. And then I think it was the first week of March that I went to Arizona and Alex went to San Diego. He went for the music festival. What was it? Crest, I think it's called. And I went to go visit Mel, and I rented that outrageous Airbnb house with the gorgeous pool and everything. Oh my God, that was so much fun. Mel and I had so much fun that week, and we still talk about it. And oh, I can't wait to go out there and visit her again sometime. That was so much fun. We had so much fun. And I'm not running a big space like that, though. That scared the hell out of me. I was so terrified of that place. I'm gonna run a little small place next time, so I'm not as scared. Anyway, that was so much fun. We had such a blast. And then I came back, and I can remember when we went out there, I said to Alex, like, on the planes in the seat, because you didn't, like, not a lot of people had people had masks on, but not a lot of people. And then when we came back, like, a lot of people in the airport had masks. And then it was, like, literally, like, a week and a half, 2 weeks later is when they started shutting everything down. That was a year ago. And look at where we're at now. It seems crazy, doesn't it? That was like 2 months of me, what was it, 2 months, 6 weeks, sitting in the car. And now that is kind of funny, because that was like a period that I really enjoyed, actually, where I would sit in the car and I would vlog every night in the driveway. Do you remember that? Because we couldn't drive around at night. And I would vlog in the drive. I loved those driveway vlogs. That was really fun. And then afterwards, I would sit in my driveway, and there was just such a hominess about that, just such a cozy quality, that I would sit there and I would, I'm ready to read a cozy mystery, by the way. I'm missing my cozy mysteries like crazy. But I would sit there and I would play Words with Friends for like hours, and then I would listen to audiobooks. I just kind of stopped playing Words with Friends. It was really hard for me to keep up with, because I, like, any given time I had so many games going. It was literally like 60 games or 40 games or something. I couldn't keep up with. However many games you can have on Words with Friends, I was maxed out, because I couldn't take any more, like, game requests. And but I had so much fun doing that. And I listened to so many books during then, and I would order all that stuff off of Amazon Fresh. I was eating so much, like, well, hell, I'm still 20 pounds overweight. I still haven't lost that 20 pounds, 30 pounds that I gained, like 25 to 30 pounds during COVID from eating onion chips or eating chips and onion dip, cheese sandwiches and macaroni and cheese. Alex and I ate good during the lockdown, COVID lockdown. I remember when we went to, God, it seems so bizarre, when we went to Costco, and it was like a half an hour wait to get in, and it was, and then you would go in, and then, like, everybody was buying everything, and we bought, like, cases of, they had those huge things of Diet Coke. Oh, the battery's dying. And I mean, we had so many groceries at our house, they wouldn't even fit in the refrigerator, freezer, and pantry anymore. That's how stocked up we were. And we went through all of that stuff. I think I have like one box of macaroni and cheese left in there, and that's it, of all of that stuff. The soups I've been eating lately are soups that I got during that time. God, what a weird world we live in now, you know? Anyway. Those driveway vlogs were nice days. That's when I listened to some great books. I listened to Where the Crawdads Sing. I think The Educated by Tara Westover, and Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. And the battery is dying, so I need to get off here now because it's flashing red. But anyway, flashing red for Valentine's Day. I hope you guys are having the most amazing Valentine's Day ever. I'm gonna go upload this now so that I'm gonna render it on iMovie and upload it so it'll be ready for you guys for tomorrow. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're having the most amazing Valentine's Day ever. And I love you. If you're not in a relationship, you don't have a love partner today, or whatever you want to call it, a love partner, then do something really, really nice for yourself, because you deserve it. And you know, Valentine's Day can be especially for us doing something special for ourselves, especially for us doing something special for ourselves. Do something special for yourself. Treat yourself well. You deserve it. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.